Yo, top of the morning to you, wealth champions. Today's video, we're talking about your number one asset, which is you, man. Welcome to the Daily Hustle. I'm yours truly, H Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor, everybody's favorite followpreneur from wealthcreationplaybook.com. And y'all know the Daily Hustle is designed to inspire, motivate, encourage, uplift, and help you get your day started off right. So, just yesterday, if you watch my channel on Facebook, I did a watch party of an old interview with Z and Warren Buffett. And I thought it was interesting to note how Warren Buffett made reference to, he was asked, the interviewer asked, and this was the guy from Forbes magazine did this interview. And he was asking Warren Buffett if he had any advice for Jay-Z or anybody in general who was just trying to get themselves in a better position. And he made reference to the fact that you are your number one asset. Your skills, who you are, the things that you can do, no one can do them like you. That skill that you have, that you've acquired over time, no one can take that from you. You have to make sure that you are doing all that you can to develop it. And I thought it was interesting that he said, so if you have an MBA and you came and worked for his company and he paid you $100,000 a year, he said, well, you're $1 million asset. He said, you're $1 million asset because the way an asset is evaluated is on the return annually. So if you're paying or if you're earning $100,000 per year, that's 10% of your life, your earning potential over the lifetime. So he's like, yeah, if you are $1 million asset, I'll pay you $100,000 a year for the rest of your life, right? But then he went on to say something very interesting. He said, when you get to that point, it's cool to understand where you are, but then he says it's up to you to add value or increase in value, right? Because if you think about all assets, the one thing that they have on their side is time. So usually the longer you own an asset, the more valuable it becomes over time. Let me ask yourself something. Well, let me ask you something. Are you becoming more valuable over time? Right? Are you, my friend, becoming more valuable over time? See, a lot of us have done what we call settling into a groove, right? You know, the old wax records and albums, there were grooves, and the music is laid into the groove. In order for the music to play, the needle must settle into the groove, and as long as it stays in the groove the way that groove is wound, then the music plays flawlessly, right? A lot of us have settled into a groove, and our lives are playing out flawlessly in terms of we get up, we go to work, we do our job, we come home, we spend time with our family, spend a little time with entertainment, and we get up and do it all over again. And that's the groove that we've settled into. But you have to ask yourself, are you making yourself, your skill set, are you adding a skill set to make yourself more valuable? And here's how you do it, guys. Focus on specializing in something, right? He said if you learn to communicate better and you focus on that, whether it is in the written form, whether it is through speech and oratory, if you focus on becoming better in a specialized area, then you set yourself apart. See, in today's day and age, not only does everybody have a degree, everybody has an advanced degree. So what's going to separate you in the marketplace? See, what you have now, you understand that 99.9% of the people have also settled into a groove. So it's not easy, it's not difficult for you to now become more valuable because they're just going with the flow. They just settled into a groove. They're just chilling day by day. They're excited that they are on their job. They're doing their job well, but they're not adding value to themselves, which is their number one asset. They're not adding another skill set that sets them apart. So when it comes time for layoffs, which it inevitably happens, every company goes through a lean period. And when you think about it, just understand this. You as an individual, you're constantly thinking expansion. You're trying to do more. You're trying to go on more vacations. You're trying to make more money. You're trying to live a better lifestyle for you and your family. But companies are thinking contraction. How do we get leaner? How do we get more out of less? Can one person do the job that we're paying these two people to do if we gave the one person the right tools and resources? So they are diametrically opposed to one another, and it's just a matter of time, man. I want you to know something about your job. Every company has a department whose job it is to figure out how to eliminate your job. So the only way that you can prevent that from happening is to make yourself more valuable. Well, you're probably saying, well, Cortez, it sounds easy, but how do we do it? All right. So one of the ways that Warren Buffett listed that you can make yourself more valuable is you make a list, right? Make a list of the people that you admire, right? Once you got that list, at least 10 people that you admire, right? Then you take that list and you put under that 2 columns. And you're going to write down, I'm sorry. So you got your list of 10 people that you admire. And then next to them, you're going to write down what it is that you admire about them, right? 2 or 3 things that you admire about them. And then from that list, you're going to split that into 2 separate lists for yourself. One of the lists that you're going to split into is this a character trait that you admire about this person, or is this a skill set, right? Character trait or skill set. So you might admire my ability to use social media, right? So that is a skill set, right? Somebody else that you admire, you might admire their work ethic, right? That is a character trait. Someone else, you might admire their friendly demeanor, right? Well, that's also a character trait. The next person that you admire, you might admire, another skill set that you might admire. You might admire someone's ability to multitask, right? That is a skill set. So once you have your list of 10 people that you admire, you write down 2 or 3 things that you admire about them, then you sort that list into skill set versus character traits. And then you know what you do from there? You go to work. See, if you admire those people for those things, chances are those things play a small part in the success that those people have attained. So if you admire someone's work ethic, if you admire someone's compassion, if you admire someone's multitasking skills, if you admire someone's ability to lead, those are skill sets and those are character traits. Now you start breaking them down and saying, okay, the first half of 2020, I'm going to add the ability to multitask better as my skill set. I'm going to make myself more valuable by adding the ability to complete more tasks more effectively and efficiently almost simultaneously. So what do? Now you go study. Get you some books on multitasking, productivity. You go and maybe that person that you admire, you can sit down with them and say, hey, how do you set up your calendar? How do you set up your day? How do you approach your workstation? How do you have everything set up? Because I want to become better at multitasking like you, right? If it's a character trait, then you start to practice those habits. If you notice that a person that you admire has a friendly demeanor, and every day and every time you see them walk into a room, they just have this glowing smile, then what do? You sit your butt in your mirror. Or like I do, I sit in front of a camera and I practice my glowing smile, right? See, there are some things that people are doing that you admire that are successful, that you see them as character traits, you see them as skills. You know what they really are? Just habits. Just habits that they've developed over the years, things they practice and things that they worked on. And a lot of these things, if you sit down and you ask them about them, chances are they'll say, you know what? I saw this being effective for someone else, so I decided to make it a part of who I am, and I worked on it. So remember, you are your number one asset. Make yourself more valuable. Add specialized skills. Add additional habits that make you more valuable in the marketplace so that your stock continues to rise. Hopefully this has made some sense to you, man. If it does, I want you to do me a huge favor. I want you to go ahead and click on the like button on this page. If you're watching this on YouTube, click on the subscribe button on the channel, right? Hit the subscribe button and make sure you turn on the bell notification and rate the video. Thumbs up, thumbs down. I don't care if you liked it or disliked it. Well, I do care. I hope you liked it. But give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down and let me know what I can do better. Listen to comments. One thing that you are going to do in 2020 to make yourself more valuable. If, my friend, you are in the place where you're trying to transform your finances, then I want you to go over to wealthcreationplaybook.com and download your free ebook. You're going to learn the 6 money killers that's keeping you broke no matter how hard you work, and the one solution that nobody wants to hear, the one solution that nobody is teaching you how to overcome all 6 of those money killers at the same time. There's a video companion that comes with it as well that breaks down our instant pay raise strategy. So again, wealthcreationplaybook.com. Check that out. It is, my friend, a true game changer for those who are serious about their finances in 2020. So I'm your boy, H Cortez. Until I talk to you guys tomorrow, I want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now hustle up.